Imagine a league built by the people, for the people. A league dedicated to the economic development of your city. So the question becomes, how good are the 32 teams that play in the minor football league? Well, there's only one way to find out. You have to experience the MFL.
Welcome to another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard D. Myles Sr., CEO, Chairman, and Founder of the Minor Football League. I want to say happy Wednesday. It's cold out there wherever you are. We're in the nation's capital, so it's really cold. We had a lot of snow here. I had my guest on, Lisa, our dance team director. I know there's a lot of snow up there in New York. Lisa, how you doing today? Unmute yourself.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm staying warm, staying warm, Lisa. Also, we want to invite the general manager of the Texas Cardinals. How you doing? I want to bring in Mr. Hall. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Mr. Myles, sir?
All right, I'm doing good. We want to just say, every time I think about you, Thurston, I went to school with one of my best friends, played ball with me in high school. His name is Thurston McLean. I got to reach out to him because he's not doing very well. I'm going to make it my, place to get in contact with him. And also I want to say, hey, it's one of these type of days where, it's cold, but then again, Lisa, y'all got all the cold, And then we got to celebrate Black History Month. Hey, we're excited about that. Let's get into the show, Lisa. I know it's getting near that time and everything. Most people thinking about the Super Bowl, but right now we're talking about what's going on inside the MFL. How things going, Lisa, in terms of what we're doing with this dance team?
Things are going great. Getting the word out and just, keep plugging and letting the performers and dancers know that there's these opportunities that lie out there for them. 16 teams looking for 30 dancers for each of the MFL teams. So we are so excited. Get ready to come out. It's time. Let's get back to dancing, get back to performing in front of the audience. Let's get back to doing what we love. It's time. Just super excited. Obviously, we're still challenged a little with the COVID-19. And so getting those dates where we can actually hold auditions and be able to gather, we're going to do that we're going to be coordinating that so that everyone is safe, and that's the most important part. But really looking forward to getting these dancers for the teams and excited so that we could get some girls on the team flyers to represent each team. We're looking for dancers 18 and over. If you're a model who can dance and follow movement, we're looking for you as well. So be sure to reach out to the MFL or reach out to me. We're on all social media.
Absolutely, and we want people to know. I did talk to one of the universities up there in Texas, up there in San Antonio, and as we were telling, we do have something in play for COVID-19. We want to make sure everybody get their results back before they come to the dance team trial, and we're also going to take a temperature check. So we also have waivers for them to sign. So he was just glad to hear that. He just wanted to know what we have in place for the MFL for for the dance team and for the tryouts and stuff. So I'm glad that Lisa, you're always doing a fine job in terms of that, because these young people's safety are important to the MFL. just as well as you and the rest of our staff. So we're excited about that, and we get ready to move on. And I tell people all the time, this is the norm now, and we just have to understand and do what we're supposed to do, our due diligence. Like now, I wear my face mask all the time when I go out. Only reason I don't have it on right now because I don't want to look like I'm holding up a tank or something. But as you can see, I'm in a place by myself, so I can take it off. Also, I want to talk to Thurston. Thurston went out up there in Texas. He's in Texas doing a great job. And what's going on, sir? How's it going? I know y'all got that warm weather, so collar open and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like to say, how you doing, Miss Lisa? It's very good to see you today. Dr. Myles, sir, it is very hot up here. This is Texas. This is something that we're used to. In a way, I kind of wish I was down there with y'all, but we've been tracking those storms, and I'm like, nah, that's okay. Those storms coming through, and it looks like it's pretty bad down there. But far as the team goes, the team is going really, really good. We're going to be posting our coaches later on tonight. So everybody be ready for the Texas Cardinals website. We'll be posting our coaches and other staff members. It's going to be a surprise to a lot of people. I've been keeping it under wraps, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it when you see who it is. It's going to be much surprise. We're going to be releasing where we're going to be playing at to the media coming up in about a week. So less than a week, you guys should be ready to know exactly where we're going to be hosted at. It's going to be great. It's going to be really good. Dr. Myles, we got a lot of good things going on. You've been great to us, making sure that we understand how this should all play out, how everything should go. Everything is moving right along, and I can't see anything changing. Everything is right on par. I think, like you said, we're just making sure that everybody's safe for the pandemic. And I think once we get that underway, I know they got the vaccine is kind of getting out there now. And I think here in Texas, they think, well, we had some of the largest shipments that just came in. So I've been kind of keeping watch on that. So that's another thing that's going to be really good going out, making sure everybody gets vaccinated and make sure everybody's staying safe and, keeping their distances and making sure they're wearing the mask. And like you said, I'm at home in my office and I stay pretty close to home. This is what we do, unless I'm out doing the MFL. I would like to say, Brother Pat, Pat, he's always on it. So I like to say he's staying in contact with us all, making sure everything is right. And we're staying right on par. So, yeah, this is going to be good. And to you, Miss Lisa, I have a surprise coming up. I'll get with you later on that. You're going to be really happy with what we got to tell you. But it's going to be a surprise to you. It's going to be really, really great for you. So, yes, you're going to enjoy what I tell you. So I like to share it now, but we want to keep it as a surprise.
Oh, absolutely. But more importantly, that Dr. Freeman did, he was Ventress. He is down at the Super Bowl down in Tampa. He's down there covering the NFL, the Super Bowl down there. Got more nerve than me, because I'm not going to do it.
I'm sure he's in a hazmat suit. So.
Right.
Also, we had some exciting news too coming on the show Friday with the collaboration we get ready to do in terms of the apparel. These great gentlemen, we're gonna have them on, and we're gonna make the announcement together. So we kind of keep that in the wraps right now. I want them to understand, and along with the MFL Nation, we are the laboratory of change. And if you just sit back and don't do nothing and watch things go develop, then nothing going to happen. Remember, there's giants standing on people's shoulders, and people before that. So it's going to be people standing on our shoulders now, as y'all know. So we want people to understand that we are the laboratory of change. We want to bring former players from the field to the front office. We want to also, for players, we want them to understand beyond the field, because you can't play this a game forever. But we have our intern opportunities all through the MFL, and we're excited about that. We got some great GMs doing a great job, such as Mr. Thirston Hall, and we can't say enough about Lisa. Lisa just took everything by the horn.
Yes.
She's doing an outstanding job.
Yes.
And she's go now. She's like in the launch pad and I'm holding her down, and I won't push the button yet.
That's right.
To show you that the type of people that we have a part of the MFL, and you know, all like-minded individuals, and that's what the MFL is about. And we want MFL Nation to understand that, you know, don't take this for granted. I tell people, not because I'm the founder of this league and stuff, because we are the laboratory of change. I always say, look at it. It don't cost you nothing to look, but don't sit back and you know, like you get couch potatoes, look at football games and talk about what they could have and should have done. You know, you can be on the sideline or you can be a part of the game. You know, don't, you know, it's up to you. But more importantly, we want people to understand that this is great. This will never happen again in history, an opportunity with the MFL. I've been on several phone calls from, you know, also we going to Africa. You know, we're going to have a lot of people on, a lot of different guests from the African continent. You know, there are 50 countries over there. And I'm constantly on the phone, and Dr. Alawale doing a great job, along with Mel Ford, our chief strategy officer, you know, our executive board, Joyce Harris. I mean, we got so many people, Jamie Dukes, and, you know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of spokes in this wheel. It's not just, you know, Dr. Myles, and, you know, I'd like to take the credit for all this, but, you know, to be honest, it is impossible. Yeah. And I say all the time, if you're the smartest person in your organization, then you're going to have problems. You know what I mean? That's so right. Like-minded individuals such as yourselves to make this thing be the success that it is for all of these years. And, you know, we just, you know, I'm not a drinking individual, never have, but I think of a saying that they used to say, we like a fine wine, we get better with age, you know.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Mention mine, but y'all understand what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
I'm excited about the things that you're doing and Lisa's doing, and I know we have a lot of guys every day. I'm returning phone calls. Players want to know when are we going, and I tell them, hey, we got to make sure it's safe before we check y'all to any of this. We don't want nobody to say, "Oh, I caught COVID. I was out there." We want to make everything a safe environment when you go there. I know Lisa she's gonna make sure things as safe as possible for you individuals and these dance team young ladies, and even for the players. And I know Thurston, along with all the rest of the general managers that's in the MFL. So I like to, I'm excited when we have our GMs and Lisa on, and we have guests on. But next week, Thurston, it's good that you make an announcement of your coaches, because we want to have the head coaches on next week. Next week, we're going to be devoted to having all the different head coaches come on from the different teams. That way they'll get an opportunity to talk with one another and get an opportunity to see who their opponents are and stuff. But more importantly, we want them to understand that the MFL is here. And, we're doing a lot of things behind the scenes. So if you're not seeing us, but, it's not like we're not doing anything, because I can attest about, even with your individuals, all the stuff that you all are doing. But more importantly, I just want to get in, what is the, I'm going to ask you, Mr. Hall, what is the consensus out there now that everybody getting itchy? Because I know a lot of calls all the time, players from all over the country. And when I said we got 50, we got about 5,000 guys. They're not in one place. These guys spread all over the country. We always ask them where you calling from. It was funny. One guy said, "I'm calling from the United States." I said, what part? It was so funny. He was a little excited. So what is the census down there? And I know, because the first thing people want to know is where you're playing. We understand that. But we want to, get just a little synopsis of what exactly the feeling, the temperature of, the fact that the MFL is there. And you got a great division, because you got two other franchises in the state of Texas. So you got to be excited about that. And you go no further than, to playoff time. Then, of course, in Oklahoma, you got the Cowboys, and down in Louisiana. I think I sent the uniforms out to y'all.
Right. Yes, sir.
You know, you had the Packers down there, the Louisiana Packers down in New Orleans. So we're excited about that, but just trying to get a little synopsis from the temperature and what, in terms of, you know, what is the census down there in Texas where the Cardinals are?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I can tell you here, Mr. Myles, sir, they've been biting at the bits. You know, when you're going up the road, I pull into a store now. You got so many people walk up to me and they'll just start talking to me. And they said, didn't I just see something about the Cardinals? And I go, yeah. And they ask me what my name is. And they're like, okay, yeah, okay. And they say, hey, I got a son that was in college, you know, and, you know, something happened. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm listening to them. They go, you know what? I'm so proud of you guys for doing this. I said, well, you know what? There is a vision. When I say there has been a vision, and that vision was Dr. Richard Myles Sr., sir, you had a vision. So when I tell you, you have a lot of guys requesting and want to know about this league down in Texas, it is awesome. Because most of the guys down in Texas, they've heard of the semi-pro. Like they say, either you're pro or you're not. And a lot of times, what we always say, the famous words, Mr. Myles, sir, is it's just another way to justify satellite football. Not to be disrespectful to anybody out there who's playing semi-pro football. But, you know, I've coached it myself, and, you know, I tell you, it's a totally difference than doing that and taking it to the next level. Well, this right here is something you can see. This is something that you can turn to something that you can take it to the next level, to the NFL one day. It helps you get jobs. And a lot of the young men that I've spoken to, either on Facebook or by phone, they're requesting about how to get jobs, coaching, want to play. You got a lot of ladies hit me up about want to learn, you know, about signing up to dance. We always tell them to go to MFLishere.com. A lot of people are looking at the website and they're like, man, it's like it's blowing up. You know, Texas is one of those places where if you say the word football, it'll start to turn. And now they're looking like, wow. And like I said, they've heard of the XFL. Now they're hearing about the MFL. And the NFL is going to hear to stay. It's been around since 1993, founded by Dr. Richard D. Myles Sr. Sir, I'm tell you what, it is a vision. And it has been around since then. And I'm going to tell you, whenever I leave the house, I'm always having to kind of go into the stores kind of late, because if it's not, I get stopped by everybody. They'll stop me, you know, hey, when you guys going to start up? Where you guys are playing at? You know, and I'm like, well, I tell you what, we're going to release that pretty soon. Well, you know what? When you guys to let us know when you're going to be playing, we want to get tickets right now. I'm like, okay. He goes, now y'all selling season tickets? I say, we are. So I got a laptop. On my laptop, we got a list of phone numbers of people who want to buy tickets. And I'm saying, as of yesterday, we had over 1,600 names and phone numbers who wants to buy tickets. And tell you what, it's just one of those things where everybody's anticipating, because they know I think the secret is out, because everybody's constantly asking Dr. Myles, sir. I think the secret is out. They know is what we're going to be playing at. They're not for sure. But when we announce it, and I think that's going to be huge, to know that we can space people out and we can hold that many people in this stadium is going to be another thing. And like I said before, the truth is out there. You know, the XFL, like I said, I don't want to take nothing from them. I don't want to say anything about that league. I think it's a really good league. They sold out, you know, their crowds and stuff like that. But the MFL is still here. This pandemic has hit everybody. But the one thing I will say is the MFL is still there. They're still holding strong. They're making sure to make all the preparations to get us ready. All the GMs is ready. We're making all the preparations. Miss Lisa's on point. So I have nothing to say about that, to just say we're ready to get this thing rolling. And I'm telling you what, this has been one of the best things that I could ever been a part of. And I want to thank you for this opportunity, Dr. Myles, sir. It's been a blessing. And I'm telling you what, the MFL is going to be a blessing to you guys out there. So if you guys watching this live, let me tell you, this is going to be a blessing to the towns and communities, and everything else that we're a part of. For all the organizations that we're bringing, for all things that we're going to be a part of, job-wise, it's going to change history. We're making history. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And it shows, I can see the excitement in you and in your voice. Also, I want you to know, GM Chuck Barlow down in Georgia. He's shouting out to you. I wonder, we got to let everybody know when Chuck Barlow, the GM down there, he always, as we with all our GMs always listen to the show. but more importantly, I like that. But I know you giving out a lot of cards everywhere you go, and that's great. And like you said, we're not talking about that semi-pro stuff, but let's be for real. The weekend warrior days is gone, and that's what we're trying to do. We want people to understand this is for the young man. This is a young man game, and I can say that cold-heartedly because I'm a 65-year-old man. I had my days where I played. It's time for older people to sit back and you have two areas that we need to really concentrate on. The younger kids, of course, we have programs for them, but also what about the gap is you got these young men coming out of college now. They played football. They didn't get a shot. We want them to understand that the MFL is here. This is a league for young players, and you can go to the next level from here because we're going to have the footage. You're going to have the scouts coming and watch. And the great thing about it, we're going to teach you beyond the field.
Right,
and
that's right.
The thing that the MFL really excited about, and more importantly, you're out there in Texas, no one gonna be left behind because there's 3 franchises out there. They all it's big, everything big in Texas. But I also want people to understand, had not been for Mr. Thirston Hall, the MFL would never came that way, period. The conversation with Mr. Thirston Hall, and when he said, Dr. Myles, you put one out here. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna make it easy because of Texas so big. You know what I mean? And then when we put the Rams in Houston, we moved them. We moved the Rams from Nebraska. Then we got a lot of calls and people say, do you realize, San Antonio is a football, So then the next move was there. But I just want to, give people their due. And a lot of people have to understand, had not been for you in the conversation with the MFL, and I'm going to the executive board, the MFL will not be in Texas, period. You know what I mean? So I just want to, tip my hat to you. And I think everybody should know that the only
appreciate that
MFL is there because of the conversation we had with Mr. Thirston Hall. And he said, we need this here. And as with Lisa, I mean, you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, the significance of the MFL. And even like I say, we put kids first and we want people to understand we're looking at every aspect of the league. Even with kids, we have programs away for a day, no thugs, no drugs, early youth offender program, conflict resolution. These are some of the things that the MFL is a part of. One of my GMs down in South Carolina, called and said, Dr. Myles, we're having problem with my little league that, we waiting on our uniforms and we might be in a little trouble. I told him we had brand new MFL uniform that we wore the year before, never been worn, and we're about putting kids first. I say, let them use those, So these are the type of things that the MFL just let people know. And not that we want a pat on the back, but we want everybody to understand we're a part of the community. That's what the MFL is, being a part of the community. And we're not here to leave. That's why these franchises is in the areas that they in. They know you, they don't know me. You know what I mean? It gives an opportunity to say, okay, Mr. Hall, man, he worked, oh man, we know him. Then you have these players, and most of them went away to school, and the parents, for whatever reason, might not have the opportunity to go see them play in college. Now they're at home, you have a franchise there. You know what I mean? And you have
right, yes, sir.
Parts of Texas where no one is left out,
That's right.
That within itself it's excited, but Lamar Ray doing a great job down there with the Outlaws down there down in the South Carolina Outlaw, but not saying that to get a pat on the back because that's what the MFL is about. We're about community. This league built for the people and by the people.
That's right.
Development of the league from the communities. We want to enhance what's going on. We understand the pandemic and all that's going on, and I encourage people to not shy away from the shot, even though my preference is different. But, I think everybody, need to take it. and we need to try to level things off. So
Right,
if
right.
it is hard to level things off. But once
Absolutely.
people, vaccinated, then it's a prevention mechanism. That prevention, mechanism that we need. So I encourage people, and I'm not a doctor, but I encourage people that we got to look ahead now and trying to get people take these immunization shots, because hey, people my age, we need that. And like I said, the MFL is not saying if you should or we saying do this. I think everybody should make their own minds up, but I think if it's something that'll help with this pandemic, as you know, there's another strand coming. So any kind of prevention is good. I always believe in it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. These are the things that, and that's just my opinion. I'm not a PhD, but I mean, I'm not, one of those. I'm sorry, I'm not a MD, should I say? I take that back by the PhD, but we definitely want people to do what they feel is best for them. And getting back to Lisa, I know, the temperature and what's the consensus on this dance team opportunity, because I know that you've been getting calls and we get calls, and I know even with your business being well known and everything, I think it was just it just speak volume for the MFL. I mean, that was the best move we could have done in signing you as the director of the dance team.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, and it's such a pleasure. And like I always said, fate kind of crossed our paths, and we both share the same mission. And when you think about it, when the MFL is scheduled to kick off this season in June, things will start to open up. And after a year of COVID-19, the MFL is satisfying so many parts of what this country and communities need. Economic development for communities, opportunities for players or performers who didn't have a chance or didn't get picked because now you're a year behind. People who are out looking for work, so you're taking a job because you need a job, but it's not the job you love. You still have an opportunity to work with the MFL if you want to intern and broadcast or something like that. So there's so many opportunities out there, and to sit back and say, listen, I didn't have the opportunity and it wasn't there. Here's a great opportunity. It's calling for so many people because there are 16 leagues throughout the U.S. alone. That's a lot of people. That's really putting a lot of people to work. It's really honing in on people's skills and development and keeping your game and staying in the game and staying on top of your skills and developing it. So the MFL is coming in. I mean, we've been preparing since last year. We've all been working. The GMs are phenomenal. We've been collaborating and working together and making sure that we're going to come out. And when we come out, we're going to come out really strong. And we're going to bring a great package to the season. Affordable entertainment for families. When you think about $100 for season tickets, that's unheard of. And that's something, it's giving to the people who need it. It's giving to the people who need it. It's keeping our youth. It's giving them hope when they don't think that they could achieve certain things. This is proof. This is living proof that you can accomplish anything. And there are people out there, and there are organizations out there to get involved with and to better yourself. So you'll see a lot of people coming out and I think supporting, as you said, Thirston Hall, out in Texas. I can't wait because there are 3 teams and we're going to have a huge weekend, I think, of dance team auditions.
That's right. That's right.
It's going to be explosive, but I cannot wait. I'm so excited. This is what I love to do. I love to create. We just keep putting the word out, and I think the dancers are going to come out. It's just going to be a really great season. I'm looking forward to it.
And absolutely, and just to piggyback on what Lisa said, yeah, season ticket is $100, but more importantly, 4 people come in on that one season ticket each game, all 5 home games. So once you get the season ticket, that'll cover you for all 5 games. More importantly, 4 people come in on that one ticket each game, the home game. So that one in itself, we want it to be affordable entertainment. So we're excited about that part of it. So it's we don't want no one to feel that they left out. I always say most family consists of 4 people, most families. So it gives them opportunity. The great thing about it, even businesses can also buy blocks of tickets to give them to the community and stuff. And even for businesses, you don't need that many. If you bought 2 or 3 of them, most of your staff take turns going to the game and enjoy themselves. So it's something that we are excited about. But also, we want people to understand that the MFL, we are going to Africa. We're excited about that. We're getting what we call out, we're getting things together in terms of the specs together, and what cities we're going to, what country we're going to over there. I've spoken to a lot of people that's really excited. I mean, people, asking us, when we coming, but I'm not that big of a herd until everything is all clear. Without to say it's all clear, and they understand that, but they so excited about the MFL coming in, and we have a lot of people come aboard with us in terms of sponsors and stuff, and everyone talking to us. And like I say, we're all doing a great job. All the GMs down there and our board, we really excited about it because these are people that like-minded, that believe in what we're doing, and we want the different groups down there in different parts of the country where the franchises are. We want to be able to help y'all, and a good way of helping y'all, with our tickets, we want everybody get an opportunity to come in and experience the MFL and what we're doing, because they're going to be shocked. And like I say, the great thing about we did not go in 2020, and it was good. It gave me opportunity to do feasibility studies and kind of move franchises, so that that was great. So we did not really lose out on anything. More importantly, we protect a lot of people from getting sick or catching the virus, because we did not go. And I was glad to see a lot of schools, did the same thing. And right now, they're talking about the high schools going back to school, and they might just forego the football, the sports part of it. And I understand kids want to get out and play, but more important, I want them to understand that your safety is more important than football or basketball, and what you see other people do, in terms of the other professional league, that's the choice they made. I think they have things in place, but even then, you see that people still can catch because you don't know where people go after the game or who they're around. But I'm just excited, and as y'all know, Thurston, Mr. GM Thirston Hall, he want to play keep away. He don't want everybody to know just yet. He want to excite. But I think when all
I can't wait.
Absolutely, when all the really get things in place to say where they're playing, I mean everything will really go from 1 to 20, and more importantly, I want people to understand, waiting sometimes is good. We got plenty of time. Our season don't start to the 5th. Yes, the countdown is on but June the 5th. So we in good shape to do our combines and stuff. And as Lisa alluded to earlier, we're going to sign. You got 16 franchises here in America. There's 16 over Africa. That's 60 players we're going to sign per franchise. That's a lot of players.
Yes, sir.
You at home, you're not traveling across the country somewhere to go play a place, and you got to work up and back. Yes, the difference between the minor football league and semi-pro. Yes, we have insurance. Yes, we're going to provide the uniform. Yes, we're going to provide the transportation, the hotel, the overnight. We're going to feed the Pleasant Road. That's the difference between the minor football league and these other leagues. As Mr. Hall said, we're not beating up on anybody, but we want people to understand that change is here. And whether you accept it or not, because that's one thing you can't prevent, and that's a change. And change is here. So, excuse me, I want people to be very mindful of what we're doing in terms of the MFL and what the MFL doing and what we're about. It's not just about football. It's about economic development. And these are the type of things that we're excited about, Thurston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And once again, just like Dr. Myles said, we're not saying anything negative or bad about semi-pro. But like I said, I've coached semi-pro for a year or two, and it was okay. But like I said, when I heard about the MFL, I'll jump through the roof because you get a lot of these guys. You got some good coaches down there, especially right here in Texas. That's pretty much what we have down here is semi-pro. So to have an opportunity like this to actually do something that you love to do, and have an opportunity to go from being just a coach to a general manager, or a general manager to having ownership. There's no other league in the world is doing that. And I'm saying, it's nothing to take away from the NFL, but we know that changes is coming. I mean, and this league here is just proving that alone. It's having to give a lot of people responsibility to give that opportunity to become from a general manager to an ownership. That is great. And this was Dr. Richard Myles Sr.'s biggest vision. This is something that can have generational wealth. This is something that you can give your family's jobs, your friends' jobs, people that you see. I just went down the road the other day up here in Texas. I was riding along and I was doing some thinking. I had a guy stand on the side of the road. He was looking for a job. And I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, you give me your number. I said, what are you trying to do? And he said, well, I just lost my home. He said, I had a little apartment. I lost that. And things haven't been really too well. I'm like, wow. I said, I tell you what, just give me a number where I can find you. So he gave me his sister's number, I believe it was. And I called her up and talked to him at his sister's place. I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, I can give you a job to where you can be on the team, on this football team that I'm coaching. I said, now when I say coaching, I have a head coach, but I'm going to be helping out to make sure everything is lined up right, and then we'll cut them loose. I said, now what you'll be doing is, I said, you could be my equipment manager. I said, I don't know you, but I know you need a job. I said, but I can get to know you. That's what I expect you to do is I need you to start calling me every other night so we can talk and we can visit. I said, my wife's going to invite you over. We're going to have dinner. We're going to talk. I said, now I'll do what I can to help you. I said, trust me when I tell you, the MFL is here to help. We're going to change a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we can change, but people just got to open their eyes and see the truth is here. We're here. We're here. The MFL is going to be having job opportunities. Texas is a part of this now. And I'll tell you, like you said, you got the three big teams down here in Texas. Texas is a football state. These guys are going to be having job opportunities up there for people to come and ask for jobs. We can give them jobs like that. Not just that, but other kind of jobs, like maintenance jobs. It's like that we'll have for the team. It starts with the team and it starts with the committee out there, and it starts with the community. So it's just you take one step at a time where we branch out. So a lot of times, you're going to have that opportunity where you can make change. Like Dr. Myles said, this is a laboratory of change. This is the change that we're bringing. We're bringing a lot of change to a lot of things because, like I said, COVID has hit us all. Mm-hmm. But now that you still got the MFL and we're still here. We're still here, and we're going to be kicking off our season. We're going to have job opportunities. You can have a lot of things that you can request. You can find out right there on the website, the MFLishere.com. You find out all you need to know. And then guess what? You have that opportunity to ask for a job and seek a job employment. So guess what? It is here. So to me, this is something that's needed to be here for a long time. But now that it's here, I'm excited. I can tell you down in San Antonio, David Glasgow, the GM down, he's excited. Down in Oklahoma, Galen down there, he's excited. Those guys call me all the time and we discuss things. I'm going to tell you what, it is something that need to be done in Texas. And the vision is here. Dr. Myles, your vision is here, sir, and I'm telling you what, it is living proof. So you guys get ready. I can say this: you need to get your tailgating ready, get your slow cookers and stuff out, and get ready for some football.
That's right. There you go. It is time, y'all.
So it's going to be great. It's going to be really great. It's going to be really great. So yeah, like I said, we just got to worry about the pandemic a little bit, but the vaccine is out. We're just going to take things slow. But here in Texas, things are starting to open up a little bit more. Like I said, the stadium, I don't want to get it out just yet, but our stadium right now, I can honestly tell you, we can start off with having 18.5 and still space them out. Still, that's still not enough capacity. We have more than that. So trust me when I tell you, this is going to be something that's going to make history.
Absolutely. And I know Lisa, she's just, every time you see Lisa, she has that smile on her face. Going through her mind, and she can't wait. But we're excited about the young lady role that they're going to be playing, and I'll let Lisa expand on a little more. But also, you're going to have girls for to be ambassadors as well.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. And that's the great thing about the MFL is that these are people in your community. So the way you said, Thirston Hall, that you go out to the store and people speak to you, people in the community have access to the players, to the dancers. The dancers will be going out doing sponsorships with businesses and getting involved in the community. It's not just a matter of performing at the game. So there is involvement in every aspect of the MFL. It's not just showing up at the stadium. It's being involved with the community. And, I think prior to COVID, everybody was so busy and didn't have time. But now COVID kind of made everybody stop. And now people are listening. So now people are recognizing that there are other things out there, and I think they're hearing the MFL because they were making a lot of noise. The MFL is here, and people are realizing that there's other options, and there's plenty of room for everyone. So, there's fans everywhere. And the MFL is bringing this opportunity to communities that really need it. And it's really making a difference. The fact that, the GMs and everyone goes out of their way to reach down and help someone, that's what the MFL is all about. It's about reaching down. It's not just about, getting fans or getting, taking. It's really giving back to the communities.
That's right.
We're excited about all the players and the dance team members will do 100 hours of community service, meaning for organizations in the community. Lisa would be glad to have the young ladies come out and do community service, as with the, GM, Mr. Hall. We want our guys to go out there. We're part of the community, and we want to do things to lift the community up and be a part of it. So that's some of the things that the NFL do. We want people to understand that they have to do 100 hours community service, not because they pay to do it or anything, because these are people from the community. This is Johnny, Frank, and Joe that you know.
That's right.
Right. There from the community, then where these young men still have relevancy. These are young men that play ball and they feel like, okay, I was looked over, didn't get an opportunity to go to the next league. But you have to worry about that because the MFL is here and we in your community.
That's right.
It's not like you have to travel nowhere and go try out for something when you got these franchises right in the community. And more importantly, it's nice the way it is because Texas, giving the dance team trial, it doesn't matter where these young ladies come from because it doesn't matter. If they're from Houston, then that's who will at least assign you to that dance team. San Antonio, that dance team, you're talking about the Cardinals in East Texas. I mean, that's the great thing about it. You might drive to come to where they have the dance team trial, but you have your team is great in the the part of the country where you're from. I mean,
That's right.
Absolutely.
Big. I'll let you expand on it, Lisa, but I think that's big.
Yeah. Absolutely. And even though we're having one giant audition for Texas, for the state of Texas, again, like you said, the girls, when they register, they will put down which team they're auditioning for. The other great thing is that we plan to hold auditions by appointment. So the girls are not going to be wasting their time like a cattle call. As a performer myself, I've been to that where you have 200 girls show up. You're there from 6 o'clock in the morning and you're not done till 5. That's a full day's of work. No, we're not doing that. Dancers will have their appointment times when they show up. Thank you. Everyone will get seen. This way, we make sure we give everyone the same opportunity, same time period, and everyone gets that chance to be seen by the MFL. So, and taking the safety into, taking all safety measures, of course, to make sure that everyone is safe. So whether they have to wear a mask and the dance call is a perfect way we can control the amount of girls that are in the facility at a time by holding appointments. So, we really have a good grip on this season and getting it going.
Absolutely, and even with the combines, each franchise going to do 3 of them, and that's because we want to sign 20 players for each combine. So that gives everybody an opportunity to come, and we're not saying, oh, well, we'll call you back. The GM and his coaches, they're going to sign 20 players out of each one of those combines. So it's not to waste your time. And, well, we wouldn't try. No, so-and-so was signed. Oh, Billy was signed. John was signed. So it just goes to show you and make them feel better knowing that they came to something and it wasn't a cattle call, and players get actually signed that day that we have it. 3 combines, 20 players, 3 combines, 60 players. So that's the great thing about having the combine. We're not doing cattle calls. We don't do that. And as what Lisa was saying earlier, I mean, they're going to actually sign young ladies for those areas, for those dance teams. So you have 3 different franchises in Texas, and wherever you're from that area, and as Lisa alluded to, if you say what area you in and what dance team you interested in, you make it. That's where you'll go to. So that's kind of unique. And I wanted to say something, Thurston.
Yes. With that being said, Dr. Myles, sir, and Miss Lisa, with the dance teams, I think it's going to be great having a chance to, like you said, let's say they try up to where I'm at, and you have girls there who said, okay, I'm close to Houston, so they have an opportunity to come here and try out. And if they make the team, they'll be selected over in Houston. They'll be selected over in down there in San Antonio. So those are the places that they can expect to go to. So they don't have to worry about saying, I'm going to have to drive this far every day to get to where I need to be dancing at with my team. No, you'll be going straight back to Houston. This is where you're going to be at.
Exactly.
So I think that would really help out a lot of these girls. A lot of them, that's the kind of question that they've asked. If I come here with you guys and try out, would I still be able to? I said, yeah, if you come here and try out, we're going to have one big one. It's going to be nice. I said, you guys and you girls, especially ladies, y'all go ahead, get on the website, and you look at MFLishere.com. And I guarantee you have all your information. You hit Lisa up, and she'll give you all the information that you need. And once you see, this is going to be something that you're going to look at. These ladies don't get that. They're going to be doing something great for the cities, the towns that they're part of, because when they're out, they're not just dancing for our teams. They're going to be doing shows and stuff for the communities. There's a lot of things they can do outside of just dancing for our team. So these are things that they got to know. So I'm sure that a lot of times when they come on board, I've had a couple of them hit me up for that. And I'm like, wow, so yeah, they're going to be doing a lot of different things. They'll be very respectful out there in the community. People will recognize who they are, so that's great. Really good to do that. You can't do that with the semi-pro. I mean, you tell me what semi-pro team has a dance team.
Right.
What semi-pro can go out there and say, hey, I just got hurt, so you guys are going to take care of me. Really? You can't find it, because I coached semi-pro, and we didn't have that. So it's nothing negative about them. I'm just stating the truth. They're just how things are with that particular operation. But this, like I said, this is something that's huge. This is something that you can see, something you can build on.
And we want 30 girls.
30 girls, that's right.
That's right. Ambassadors, more importantly, they're going to be ambassadors as well. So
that's
when
right.
ambassadors, you go out in the community and you meet, and I'm quite sure Lisa have a curriculum all set up for them. As a matter of fact, let me be quiet and let Lisa tell you about that.
Oh, I can't wait to be out there. But yeah, no, and that's the thing, just like you're saying, you're 30 girls, 3 teams, that's 90 girls just in Texas alone that we will be looking for. Many times these dancers go out for a casting call, and you're lucky if they take 5 out of maybe 200, and then dwindles down to 3. So, we are serious. You're not coming out wasting your time. We are looking for you. It's a great way to continue to develop your dance skills and stay performing. There's nothing, you can stay in practice, you can stay in a classroom, but there's nothing like applying what you learn and putting it to work for real, in the real world.
That's right.
So. Absolutely. And young people looking up to these young ladies, just like young men look up to these athletes. And we want them to understand the significance of that. That's very important that you have all of these people. And I'm quite sure, Lisa, you're going to get a lot of calls from the little smaller dance team. They want to know how they can just come out there and just run out on the field for a minute or two at halftime. And, but I know that's something that we're going to work out. And I know I've been doing this, like I said, for 28 years. And I've been blessed. And I know the phone is going to, it's ringing now, but not like it will be. The closer it gets, but we're going to be ahead of the game. Because hopefully, as things go, at the end of this month stuff, we're going to start, as Lisa's going to do her tryouts, and we're going to get ready for the combine, and we're going to get our guys and have them ready. So these are the type of things that we excited about as a league and what the league is doing in the community. Those are the types of things that we're really excited about. And we want people to go there. We're on all the social media platforms. Well, our website, MFL, is here today. Also, we come on our live screening on Wednesdays from 5 to 6, and Friday from 5 to 6, and Saturday mornings 11 o'clock on DC Radio. We want people to, like I said, we want you to experience the MFL and see the things that we're doing. I always say documentation be conversation. We want you to just come. You don't have to buy our tickets, but we want you to experience what we're doing. How can we be of any help to you in terms of what you're doing in the community? Do you need our dance team members to come talk to young girl group? Do you need our players to come talk to at-risk youth group? That's what we're here for. We're part of the community. And like I say, we're not this here for Saturday night game. No, we're not. These are young men. And that's what I like what's so important about the NFL. These are guys from that area where they still have relevancy. You know what I mean? You won't get an opportunity to play in front of all your fans. The ones support you, the ones don't, they're gonna get an opportunity. And also, it's the key to it is affordable entertainment.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody in the community come. Also, we give people opportunity, a business that everybody get an opportunity to do something, collaborate with the MFL. It's very important that we do that. We don't want to be strangers in the community. We want to be a part of it. We want to enhance what the community doing. These are some of the things that the MFL is a part of, and we've been a part of for a long time. We have great people, as you can see. You see Lisa, running this dance team. And you're going to see her coming to different parts. And I'm kind of curious, Lisa, and I want to ask you, Thursday, I don't know the geographics to it right now, but just how far is Oklahoma from Texas? I don't know. I think that's a little distance. I know Lisa be going there because I was wondering. was it possible if some of them came there as well? But I know we do have Louisiana Packers, New Orleans, and then we have the other team in y'all division, which is, the Cowboys in Oklahoma. So I was just curious to ask about that. I didn't know how close that was. How close is it?
Well, I can tell you, from Oklahoma to Texas, you're looking at about 3.5 hour drive.
Okay.
From Oklahoma to Texas.
Well,
and now that depends on how you drive too, Dr. Myles, sir. It takes me about 2.5 hour drive.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to know because we were going there early. We don't want nobody coming no distance and stuff, But I'm excited. I want to thank my guest today, Lisa, the dance team director. Thank you. It's always a pleasure having you on. And also Thirston Hall, the general manager for the Texas Cardinals. I want to thank my guest today, MFL Nation. You have been watching another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard David Myles Sr. We'll see you Friday. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
Have a great one, and see you next time.
We want to say hello to their GM,
All the other GMs that are on.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? All the other GMs that's on? You guys, hey, get ready for them Texas Cardinals. They go for you too, Pat Freeman.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night, everyone. Take care.
Good night, Lisa.